This is Friday Night Flights. After a 9-0 regular season and a big win in the districts, Union is the #1 seed in the Washington 4A playoffs. They hosted a strong Skyline team, sporting 7 wins on the year. But no contest. First quarter, Lincoln Victor telling the Titans, "I got this, man." Shaking and baking, and that just ain't right. The Afterburners, too. Don't do him like that, man. 66 yards to the house. And then Victor, he can also throw the rock. Connects with Alex Vallejo, 35-yard score. Titans scored the first 7 times they had the ball. And don't worry, Art Edwards is okay. He is okay. Took one for the team behind the camera there. Union crushes Skyline 50-10. Okay, let's head up to Battleground. Some 2A action. Top-ranked Hawkinson Hops hosting Washington High out of Tacoma. And Hawkinson is strong. Levi Crum to Sawyer Racanelli. 14-yard scoring strike. The Hawks rolling, and they weren't done yet. Crum again this time to Peyton Brammer. Crum threw 6 TDs on the night. That's pretty good. Hawkinson wins 47-14. In the 5A ranks, West Albany facing Silverton for the second time in 3 weeks. Silverton won that one. This time, the season on the line. Silverton making the most of its home field advantage. Let's start this one off with Levi Nielsen. And he knows how to use that play action. Sold it. But he wasn't done. Grant Buckheit beating the double coverage, 34 yards and the touchdown. They lead 16-14 late, but West Albany's Carson Van Dyke chucking it up to Miles Westberg. Beats 2 guys for it. West Albany gets revenge. And more importantly, moves on to the semifinals. 20-16 the final. They'll face the winner of this one. Wilsonville hosting Crater. Let's get some love to the Wildcats running game. Cooper Moots finding the hole, off to the races. You know what's gonna get him? And a few plays later, he is rewarded with a touchdown run. That score is not a typo either. 78-45. Wilsonville runs away from Crater to move on to the semifinals. That team's good. We'll be right back.